Hello and welcome back. Before I take this quick drink, let me just say, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, or subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the video, go and watch somebody else. It's really easy. YouTube has this great feature where you can pick who you want to watch play through a game. It's amazing, I know. I'm sorry I had to be the one to break you to this, but you could have been doing that the whole time if you don't like my stuff. So, feel free to just go ahead and do that. Now then, a stiff drink. Yeah, straight rum definitely constitutes a stiff drink. Those noises you hear are me fooling around with the rum bottle. Anyways, we just learned that Jill is in fact Shadowmaster69, and I wrote biology essays on occult stuff, apparently. I made sure to delete that blog. No evidence should be left. Sounds like my old Facebook account, which I deleted and made sure would never be there again. And funny enough, I deleted it the same year apparently Mark Zuckerberg started mining for data and shit, so lucky me. I can think of at least 6 different sources off the top of my head that have all of that stuff archived. Yeah, it's the internet, honey. Why? Why? A fair question. Sheesh, relax, it's not that bad. No. I stipulate... Fuck, I promised I wouldn't go on rants. This is a quick one. I stipulate that the sign that you have matured as an adult is if you can look back at your stuff from 5 years ago and go, that sucked, I'm much better now. If you can do that, then you've matured as an adult. Apparently my stuff 4 years ago was funnier than it is now because, well, whatever. I don't know why, but... Apparently, 4 years ago I was 19. Yeah, apparently 19-year-old me had the right idea when it came to recording on Kage, because the shit I said then was apparent. I laughed. I'd forgotten I said that stuff, but I laughed at it, rewatching those old videos. Anyways, what do you mean it's not that bad? Don't you realize how embarrassing it all is? Yeah, there's like the first couple of playthroughs I did, Shank in particular, is very embarrassing to me. It's up there for archival purposes, but yeah. A lot of the stuff I said, yeah, I've changed my mind on, I don't agree with, that was one of the first games I ever played. It's also the first game I ever finished, so I feel like I owe it to myself to leave that one up. Damn it, I'm ranting. We've all been young, Jill, relax. God, I love Alma. I love all the women in this game, except the streamer. I like her, I don't love her. Everyone else I love in this game. It's not like you're still like that nowadays. That would have been embarrassing. Thank you. We change, we grow, we evolve, we adapt. You're not still like that, right? I mean, you hang out with me, you know me. You wouldn't keep... Excuse me. You wouldn't keep hanging out with me if I was still like that. Gods no. Apparently I'm polytheistic. I gave up on the whole occult stuff. Is that the only difference? I just remembered that all that stuff is... Brr. I don't know, I like the way you looked. Apparently I had pictures. As far as religion goes, I've said this multiple times, I don't care what you believe in. Personally, I'm atheist. Make of that what you will. As long as you're not trying to cram your religion down my throat and it makes you happy, I don't care. Good for you. Fine, whatever. I feel like organized religion exists so that people... No! I'm not gonna go on a rant. Play the game. I've said this 1,000 times anyways. All dressed in black with the rare accessory popping out thanks to the colors. Yeah, I had a goth phase in high school. Freshman year. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup and take care of yourself. So you have a pic. Oh god, you have a fucking pic. Yeah, part of the reason I deleted my Facebook is so that pictures of me didn't exist, which I've used Facecam, so ultimately that was a pointless gesture, but for a while there were no pictures of me. Now there's Facecam footage of me, so you all know what I look like, potentially. Have I used Facecam on this game? I don't think I have. I'm trying to think what I have definitively used Facecam on. Red Strings Club, I definitely used Facecam. Nah. I literally, even though I know I've used it more than Red Strings Club, I cannot think of another game I've used Facecam on. Oh! I can think of one, but it hasn't gone public yet, so I can't talk about that. Literally, can I not think of anything else? Weird. Anyways. Why do you do this to me? Why do you dig out the sins of my past? Ah, chill. I was bored. Last Friday I had to take my mind off the whole Diana thing, so I ran a small background check on you. Simple stuff, just checking past internet activity. Please don't run background checks like that. I just use a search engine, you know? I didn't request documents or anything. It led you to the page. You do realize your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then, right? Good. Yeah. I should probably delete some accounts. Ahem. Thinking about it. Ahem. Like I said, relax. What happens if I do Google my email account? I wonder. Let's see what happens if I Google. For the record, part of me said I should tell you, part of me said I shouldn't tell you in case you do this. I know I said I wouldn't go on rants. But, yeah, my main email account is just tokenlad@gmail.com, so, you know. Not hard to figure out. The first thing that comes up is a YouTube video by DonnyBoy8. What? And then an hour-long video on Okage about tiny gears. What the fuck? I gotta look at these DonnyBoy8 videos. Fraser and Becky, a video game is awesome. I had to look at these DonnyBoy8 videos, because apparently that's what comes up when you Google my email. Token Lab, that's not me. Token Lab. Token Lab. Apparently nothing impressive comes up. It's all Token Lab. SoundCloud. TokenBoy@gmail.com, but that's Russia. That's not me. And Token Boy is apparently my son, because I'm Token Lad, but that's Token Boy. Maybe he's my brother. DonnyBoy8. New Ico, bringing a new twist on the experience and social... I gotta look at these. Like, the Okage one I get. Although I should look at that. But yeah, DonnyBoy8? Why the hell is DonnyBoy8 coming up when I Google tokenlad@gmail.com? Whatever. You're obsessed with occultism and I wanted to kiss all the boys. What? And I kind of almost accomplished that in middle school, which still sort of haunts me today. Ah, you were kind of a slut in middle school. Whatever. It was middle school. You've evolved since then. Never underestimate the lengths of old classmates will go to track you down. Oh, God. People that have been hung up on me. Multiple women! It's infuriating! I barely talked to them. I expressed interest in them, I guess, a little bit. They were kind of hot, I guess, but... You know, later on, they contacted me. Unfortunately, I was in Radford for every time an old flame contacted me, so I could be like, yeah, no, I'm not interested. And you might be wondering why that's a good thing. God, I'm going on rants. It's a good thing because I'm in a healthy relationship that I quite enjoy, so, you know, extra attention isn't necessary. Especially if they think you're still the girl that kissed them for fun and they're lonely to boot. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the lonely individual who kissed them for fun. Yeah, no, the lonely individual is an interesting creature. They'll go to any lengths to convince themselves you're still interested. We all have things we're not too proud of as adults. Quite. Now I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them. Well, don't get me wrong, I love that Alma brought this to my attention. That's a baller move, and I love Alma all the more that she brought this up. But, yeah, we all have things we're not proud of. The fact that she's relating to me with her own stories is nice, though. I have to ask, though, why the 69? Because it's a funny sex number. It was supposed to be the 69. It was supposed to be 6'9", not 69. Like, in reference to both the Lovers and the Hermit. I was convinced it meant wise choices. 6'9". Ah! I'm going to assume in the tarot world, the 6th card is the Hermit and the other one is the Lovers, or vice versa, I don't know. But turns out 69. Jill, there's nobody that would read that as 6'9". I was 12. How old was I when I made Token Lad? First year of high school, which was 2009, so 9 years ago. Holy shit. I was 14. Okay, not much older than her. Even at 12, I fucking knew what a 69 was. I might have known what a 69 was at 12. I don't remember what I knew when I was 12. That was 11 years ago. Just how innocent were you back then? You have no idea. So I'm going to share with you, and I know I said I wouldn't rant, and I've been very bad about keeping that promise. You'll like this story. The year was 2000 and either 6 or 7. Probably 7. Let's go with 7. So, 11 years ago. I was 12. Funny that. Science class. We are reading about constellations, doing a worksheet on them. One of them, and keep in mind, I'm atheist. I was never raised religious, and you'll see why that's important in a second. One of the constellations is referred to as the Virgin. I did not know what a virgin was at the time. I was 12, keep in mind. Maybe 13. Maybe. No, I couldn't have been 13. I was 12 total. I was 12 total. Was I really only 12? In 6th grade? Wait a minute. That doesn't sound right. 6th grade was 2006 to 2007, so probably 2007, so 11 years ago. I'm 23, minus 11. Yeah, no, 12. Wow. Seems like I should have been older in 6th grade. Whatever. So, upon reading this worksheet, I look up, and in front of the entire class, loudly proclaim, "What's a virgin?" I was sufficiently mocked and ridiculed. Had to look it up in the dictionary. My fellow students told me to ask my mother what a virgin was. Was very embarrassed when I found out what it was and what I had said, so that was fun. Apparently everyone knew what a virgin was other than me when they were 12, so that's interesting. Hey, I wasn't raised religious. I never thought to stop and ask, hey, what's the Virgin Mary? What's a virgin? Why is she called that? Etc. So, that's my embarrassing 12-year-old story. I have since become far more jaded and aware of the world, but, you know, I was pretty innocent when I was 12. Jill and I, Jesus Christ, Jill and I have a lot of common. Well, let's sweeten things up a bit. I'll have a sugar rush, sure. I think I should have had a drink a couple of minutes ago. Did I have a drink? I can't remember. Fuck it, I'm drinking. A sugar rush. Are they trendy now or something? Probably. BFMS. Oh, BCFG MPSZ. Sugar rush. 2 of these bad boys. 1. Whoop, that's not powered up. 1 power delta. Optional camera. Right. All mixed. Oh, she clearly likes her alcohol. There we go. Sugar rush. Here. Ahem. My point is, I was innocent as a 12-year-old, much like Jill. Jill and I have a shockingly high amount in common. I relate to Jill as a character. She and I see similarities between us. This is the thing. Yes, it is, Alma. Thanks. Say, Alma, speaking of the past, what was your last long-term relationship like? Long-term relationship? I've only had one, and I'm still in it. That's sudden. You dug through my past, I've earned the right to dig through yours. Fine, fine. I can't remember. Is Alma a lesbian or not? I know I'm at least bi, probably lesbian. Fucking Sai and I can't remember her name, the cat girl are lesbians. I think almost straight. The streamer, I think, is straight. Dorothy is... whatever. Betty... I don't know. I don't think it's ever come up. Maybe straight? Fine, fine. Long-lasting relationship. Romantic ones, I'm guessing. I guess non-romantic relationships would just be like friends? I don't know. Whatever. Yep. As far as friends, this Finnish girl is easily my best friend. No Kikisa. She does some thumbnail artwork for me. I recently commissioned her to do a Spyro thumbnail. Oh my goodness, I'm playing Spyro on my channel. There's a spoiler, but only like a couple of people watch this series, so only a couple of people know that. I never played Spyro as a kid. I remember watching my older sister play Spyro. The first video games I really remember playing are Super Mario World. So, I watched my sister play Silent Hill, Ratchet and Clank, and Spyro. And Jaws. Those are the 4 memories of video games. No, she watched the movie Jaws, that's right. But yeah, the 3 video games I remember watching her play were Spyro, Ratchet and Clank, and Silent Hill 3. So that was fun. Specifically the bit where she fights the dude on the rooftop and has to cross over the sewer system and throw the hairdryer in the water. Those are the 2 bits I remember watching her play Silent Hill 3. So fun. Well, I've had about 4 boyfriends who I described as such that I've introduced to my family and all that. Yeah, alright. The first one night stands are obviously different. The first one was in high school. I broke up with him because he cheated on me. Legitimate reason to break up with somebody. I remember the other girl trying to pick a fight with me and just saying, keep the fucker. Yeah, touche. The second one was during my freshman year. So, wait. College, I'm guessing, because otherwise it would still be high school. Broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. I mean, playfully, I imagine it's probably fine. You know, a playful little, like, 5% strength little nudge on the arm with your fist. I suppose a straight-up punch in the arm would be absolutely, you know, crossing a line. But, you know, playfully, just sort of a gentle ribbing on the arm with your fist. Whatever. Starts with a friendly hit. Ah, there you go. There you go. A friendly hit. There's a difference, and before you know it... Anyways, ooh, yeah, break up with that guy. That's bad news. The other guy I met shortly after I dropped out. You dropped out? Well, she's a hacker, I guess. You know, she doesn't need to finish college. Yeah, no. Hitting women, wrong. That's... The only time I would suggest hitting a woman is if she has a knife and is trying to murder you. Or is trying to murder you in general. If your life and actual livelihood is at stake, you can hit a woman. But, like... Well, okay, you can hit a woman provided that specific woman you're hitting is the direct cause of your livelihood and life being at stake. Then you can hit her. Or if she's, you know, actively attacking you. That's my point. But no, a girlfriend? A friendly little punch? Fine. That's just a gentle ribbing. That's something couples do. You don't hit your girlfriend. That's just wrong. Like, actually hitting. You know, in anger and using your full force. That's absolutely wrong. Don't do that. You are incorrect if you do that. The other guy I met shortly after I dropped out, he was interested in marriage, but he wanted to get married after only half a year or so of knowing him. Yeah, that's a bit rushed, isn't it? I mean, some relationships work, but yeah, half a year seems like a short amount of time in general. There's plenty of exceptions, but in general, that's rushed. And then there's Richard. Ooh, this guy gets a name. Who? I spent almost 4 years with him. Wow. How old are you? We got along pretty well. We had awesome chemistry. I truly loved him. What happened? But as time went by, there was a rift that started separating us. Uh-oh. You just didn't like my family. I mean... You seem to be pretty entrenched in your family, so I guess that would be a deal breaker for you. But ultimately, he's not marrying your family. He's marrying you. You know, I don't care if my girlfriend doesn't like my family. She's not marrying them. She's marrying me. As much as I would hope, my girlfriend doesn't care if I don't like her family. Now, don't get me wrong, in family events, you put on your best airs, but you get what I'm saying. He didn't. Moreover, he wasn't a family person. He distanced himself from his own and voiced that he didn't want kids. I don't want kids. There was a part of me that wanted to believe, even if just for a little bit, that maybe he'd change his mind. So you want kids. But as much as I loved him, that one detail brought a growing gap between us. Yeah, if Party A doesn't want kids and Party B does want kids, that's just not gonna work. I mean, don't get me wrong, young, like 18 or 20-year-old not wanting kids, fine, whatever. They get to like 27, 30, you know, right in that area. They might want kids. Yeah, that's fair. I don't see myself going that way, nor do I see my current girlfriend going that way. At one point, I just had to break up with him. I assume you did. But I'm not here to depress you. Bring me a beer, will ya? Sure. Let's get her a beer. I would have said that even without Jill's prompting. Good old Jill. So we'll get her a beer, and then we'll drink with her. I'd like to think I made a bit more progress in this episode than the last one. I tried to avoid ranting terribly much, but I feel like it didn't work. Thanks for telling me that, by the way. When we come back, more of Alma. I like Alma. I like all the females in this game. They're smart, they have interesting personalities, and I can relate to all of them except the streamer, but she hasn't been here in forever, so man, fuck her, I guess. Maybe a one-off joke, who knows. When we come back, more of Alma. Talk to you later, sure negotiator. See you around Ass Clans.